All right. You are not gonna believe how hard I have worked on a very long document of the fan-made SpongeBob SquarePants PBS air dates. So, good evening, everybody. This stream is for SoundCheck, Jeremy Barton, and for the first time ever, DCR Sponge. In which, for this document, I came up with all the specific air dates for the PBS airings, the fan-made PBS airings of SpongeBob SquarePants. So without further ado, let's start. Now, PBS would air seasons 1 to 11, and then beginning in season 12, Cartoon Network would take over, but we're going to imagine all the PBS airings of SpongeBob from seasons 1 to 11. So, let's start. So, in this one, I have used my imagination. So it says, the production company for the PBS airings would be Children's Television Workshop in season 1 and Sesame Workshop in seasons 2 and onward. And for the Sesame Workshop logos in the PBS, and for the Children's Television Workshop logos in the PBS airings, of course, season 1 would have the 1997 semicircle logo, which is the 1998 Play It Smart variant. That is shown on season 1 of Dragon Tales, along with seasons 30 to 31 of Sesame Street, and later episodes of season 29 of Sesame Street as well. Now, and then for the Sesame Workshop logos, season 2 would have the mid-2000 prototype still logo with the breathy synth chime tune and green roof and blue house from October 30th to December 15th, 2000. And then the late 2000 fully animated logo with green roof and blue house from January 31st, 2001 to August 1st of 2003. And then as for season 3, the late 2000 fully animated logo with the purple roof and green house, of course. And by the way, the fully animated green roof and blue house version is also shown on reruns of season 1 of Dragon Tales, while the purple roof and green house that is shown on season 3 of SpongeBob SquarePants would also be shown on seasons 2 to 3 of Dragon Tales and late season 31 to 33 of Sesame Street. And then for seasons 4 through 6, the late 2000 fully animated logo with red roof and purple house without the nonprofit educational organization byline, just like on shows like Sogwood, the Chinese Siamese Cat. And then for seasons, so that's for seasons 4 through 6, with the late 2000 fully animated logo with red roof and purple house without the nonprofit educational organization byline. And then seasons 7 through 11 would have the 2008 logo with Elmo, with music interrupted by a record scratch and Squidward shouting, "Enough!" Now, Now we're going to go into the Pbs Kids Idents for the season. So for season 1, it'll have the 1997 PBS. For season 1, it would have the 1997 Pbs Ident with the EI balloon. So the first 7 episodes use this ident. And then the 1999 dot ident, which is the most common version of the Pbs Kids ident that is shown on season 1. That is also most common on Dragon Tales as well. And the 1999 dash ident, which is only shown in 4 episodes of season 1 that use this ident. And the 2000 dash transformation ident, which appears in the last season 1 episode. And the last season 1 episode uses this ident. And then as for season 2, it is the 1999 dot ident, which 2 episodes of season 2 use this ident, but 1 episode uses the dash audio for some reason. The 1999 dash ident, which 1 episode uses this ident. 1 season 2 episode, that is. 2000 dot transformation ident, which is most common in season 2, just like it's most common in Clifford the Big Red Dog as well. 2000 dash transformation ident, which 2 SpongeBob SquarePants episodes focusing on Patrick Star use this ident. The 2002 Fishbowl ident, with 2 episodes using that ident for season 2, and 2002 Snow Globe ident, which 1 episode of season 2 uses this ident. And then as for season 3, it'll have the 1999 dot ident, which 2 episodes use this ident for season 3. 1999 dash ident, which 1 episode from season 3 uses this ident. The 2000 dot transformation ident, which 4 episodes from season 3 use this ident, with 2 episodes using the correct audio, while 1 episode uses the 1999 dash idents audio for some reason, and another episode uses the 2002 Fishbowl idents audio. And in the 2000 dash transformation ident, which 2 season 3 episodes use this ident, the dash transformation one. And in the 2002 Fishbowl ident, which is most common in season 3. And the 2002 Snow Globe ident, which only 1 episode of season 3 uses this ident. And then for season 9, it's the 2008 Bubbles ident, which appears on all season 9 episodes. And seasons 10 to 11, the 2013 Bubbles ident for all episodes. The 2013 Bubbles ident for all episodes. Anyway, and as for the Pbs Kids Go Idents, season 4 would use the 2004 Button ident with 1 episode using that ident. The 2004 Echo ident, which is most common. The 2004 Tubes ident with 1 episode using that ident. And the 2004 Steps ident, which 2 episodes use that ident. And the 2007 Bubbles ident with 1 episode of season 4 using the Bubbles ident. And for season 5, it is the 2004 Echo ident with the first season 5 episode using that ident, of course. And the 2007 Bubbles ident, which is the most common Pbs Kids Go ident used in season 5. And then as for season 6, the 2007 Email ident appears with 3 episodes using that ident. The 2007 Bubbles ident is still the most common. The 2007 Balloon ident appears in 4 episodes for Season 6, which use it. And the 2007 Laptop ident appears in 2 Season 6 episodes that use it. The 2007 Shouting ident with 1 Season 6 episode using that ident. The 2007 Bicycle Riding ident with 1 episode from Season 6 using the Bicycle Riding ident. And the 2007 Hopscotch ident with 2 Season 6 episodes using this ident. And as for Season 7, it would have the Season 7 would have the 2007 Email ident with 2 episodes using that ident. 2 Season 7 episodes using that ident. The 2007 Bubbles ident, which is still the most common in Season 7. 2007 Balloon ident with 2 Season 7 episodes using this ident. 2007 Laptop ident with 1 episode using this ident. 2007 Shouting ident with 2 episodes using this ident for Season 7. And the 2007 Bicycle Riding ident with 1 episode using that ident. And then the 2007 Falling Blocks ident with 2 Season 7 episodes using that ident. It wasn't used in Season 6, though. The 2007 Shrunken Bicycle ident with 1 Season 7 episode using this ident. Once again, it wasn't used for Season 6. And the 2007 Wheel Turning ident with 1 episode from Season 7 using the Wheel Turning ident. Once again, wasn't used for Season 6. And 2007 Hopscotch ident with 2 Season 7 episodes using that ident. And then as for Season 8, Season 8 would have the 2007 Email ident with 2 Season 8 episodes using that ident. The 2007 Bubbles ident, which is still the most common Pbs Kids Go ident for Season 8. The 2007 Balloon ident with 3 Season 8 episodes using this ident. The 2007 Laptop ident with 2 Season 8 episodes using this ident. The 2007 Shouting ident with 1 Season 8 episode using this ident. The 2007 Bicycle Riding ident with 2 Season 8 episodes using this ident. The 2007 Falling Blocks ident with 1 episode using this ident. And then the 2007 Shrunken Bicycle ident with 1 Season 8 episode using that ident as well, in addition to the Falling Blocks one. The 2007 Wheel Turning ident with 1 Season 8 episode using that ident. The 2007 Hopscotch ident with 1 Season 8 episode using this ident. And then the 2009 Block Flood ident with 1 Season 8 episode using this ident. 2009 Peephole ident with 1 episode using that ident. The 2009 Compass ident with 1 episode using this ident. And 2009 Mountain Climbing ident with 1 Season 8 episode using this ident. So, now that we got through all the Children's Television Workshop and Sesame Workshop and Pbs Kids and Pbs Kids Go logos for this show, now we finally get to talk about the episodes. So here are the episode air dates for seasons 1 through 11 on PBS. So, the first one would be the Season 1 episodes, Help Wanted, Reef Blower, and Tea at the Tree Gnome, which I imagine the PBS air date to be, and which the PBS air date for Help Wanted, Reef Blower, and Tea at the Tree Gnome would be May 7th of 1999, and it uses the 1997 PBS Kids Pals ident with the EI balloon. Here's an interesting note. The Season 1 funding is basically the Dragon Tales Season 1 funding, with SpongeBob's announcement. SpongeBob saying SpongeBob SquarePants instead of Dragon Tales, and Hawaiian Adventures SpongeBob theme playing in the funding. Whereas in Dragon Tales, there is no music. Also, the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo has special sound effects used for SpongeBob SquarePants episodes, with water splashing sounds in most episodes, with a few episodes having the splashing sound absent. Alright. Now we're going into the next one, which is Bubble Stand and Ripped Pants, with the PBS air date being July 30th of 1999. That uses the 1997 PBS Kids ident with the EI balloon as well, just like on Help Wanted, Reef Blower, and Teeth to Treat 'em. And then after that, we have Jellyfishing and Plankton, with the PBS air date being August 6th of 1999, and that uses the 1997 PBS Kids Pals ident with the EI balloon as well. And then next up after that is Naughty Nautical Neighbors and Boating School from Season 1, with the PBS air date being August 13th, 1999. And Jeremy Barton, if you're watching this stream, this is also for you. So, Naughty Nautical Neighbors and Boating School would air on PBS on August 13th of 1999. And it would also use the 1997 PBS Kids Pals ident with the EI balloon. And then next up is the Season 1 episodes Pizza Delivery and Home Sweet Pineapple, with the PBS air date being August 20th of 1999, which also uses the 1997 PBS Kids Pals ident with the EI balloon. And then next up, we have the Season 1 episodes Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy and Pickles, with the air date being August 27th of 1999. This would also use the PBS Kids Pals ident with the EI balloon. And then the Season 1 episodes Hall Monitor and Jellyfish Jam, with the PBS air date being September 3rd of 1999. And this would be the very last episode to be part of the PTV Park Pals era, and to use the 1997 PBS Kids Pals ident with the EI balloon. And the note for that is the scene with SpongeBob doing the jellyfish dance in the episode Jellyfish Jam is cut in the PBS airings. Alright. Now we're going to go into Season 1's episodes Sandy's Rocket and Squeaky Boots, with the PBS air date being September 17th of 1999, and this would be the first episode to be part of the PBS Kids Dot and Dash era, which this episode uses the 1999 PBS Kids Dot ident. You know, the one with Dot the girl running up to the screen, of course. And there's a note. In this episode, the audio in the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo is one pitch lower than usual. Alright. Then we go into the Season 1 episodes Nature Pants and Opposite Day, with the PBS air date being September 24th of 1999. And that would also be and Nature Pants and Opposite Day would be the first episode to use the 1999 PBS Kids Dash ident, which of course has Dash the boy thinking about something, if you're well aware. And then for the next one is Season 1 episodes Culture Shock and FUN. which is a fancy word of saying fun. The PBS air date for Culture Shock and Fun would be October 1st of 1999, and Culture Shock and Fun would also use the 1999 PBS Kids Dash Ident, just like on Nature Pants and Opposite Day, of course. And by the way, Nature Pants and Opposite Day, along with Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy and Pickles, would be episodes where the splashing sounds are absent. Alright, next up is Season 1, Muscle Bob, Buff Pants, and Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost, with the PBS air date being October 8th of 1999, which would use the PBS Kids Dot Ident from 1999 this time. And next up, we'll go into Scaredy Pants and I Was a Teenage Gary, with the PBS air date being October 29th of 1999, which would use the PBS Kids Dot Ident from 1999 as well, and it would be the last episode with the 1998 Chuck E. Cheese's chalkboard ad. Alright, then we go into SB 129 and Karate Choppers, with the PBS air date being December 31st of 1999, which would use the PBS Kids Dot Ident from 1999 as well. And SB 129 and Karate Choppers would be the first episode to use the 1999 Chuck E. Cheese's ad that was shown in Season 6 of Barney and Friends. And that, of course, is the Share the Fun and Grow advertisement. And then next up is Season 1 episode Sleepy Time and Suds, with the PBS air date being January 17th, 2000, which was also the same day the Dragon Tales episodes Do Not Pass Gnome and Treasure Hunt were broadcasted on PBS as well. And the same day Nickelodeon aired those SpongeBob episodes in addition. And Sleepy Time and Suds would use the 1999 PBS Kids Dot Ident. And there's a note. In this episode, the audio in the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo is one pitch lower than usual. Then we go into the Season 1 episodes Valentine's Day and the Paper, with the PBS air date being February 14th, 2000. And that, which is also Valentine's Day 2000, believe it or not. And Valentine's Day in the Paper would use the 1999 PBS Kids Dash Ident. And the note in this episode is that the audio in the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo is one pitch higher than usual. And then for the next one, it is the Season 1 episodes The Chaperone and Employee of the Month, with the PBS air date being March 8th, 2000, and it would use the 1999 PBS Kids Dot Ident. And then next up is the Season 1 episodes Texas. Next up is the episodes Arg and Rock Bottom, with the PBS air date being March 15th, 2000, and those episodes would also use the PBS Kids Dot Ident from 1999. And then the Season 1 episodes Texas and Walking Small would air on PBS March 22nd, 2000, and it would also use the PBS Kids Dot Ident. And then for Fools in April and Neptune Spatula, it would air on PBS April 7th, 2000, and would use 1999 PBS Kids Dash Ident. And the note for this episode is, in this episode, the audio in the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo is one pitch higher than usual. And now we're going to go into the Season 2 episodes, Something Smells and Bossy Boots, with the PBS air date being October 30th, 2000, and it would use the 1999 PBS Kids Dot Ident, of course. And the first episode in airing order to use digital ink and paint animation, and one of the two Season 2 episodes to use the still version of the Sesame Workshop Blue House and Green Roof logo with breathy synth chime tune. Like before, there are special sound effects used for SpongeBob episodes with water splashing sounds in the Sesame Workshop logo. There's an error in this episode, and that is, of course, in this episode, the 1999 Pbs Kids Go Ident uses the 1999 Idents audio. And there's also a note which says the Season 2 funding is basically the Ready to Learn funding plug introduced on Clifford the Big Red Dog with the purple words Ready to Learn and circular Pbs Kids logo. And there are two versions of the SpongeBob SquarePants Season 2 funding. The music remains the same as the Season 1 funding of SpongeBob SquarePants. From October 30th, 2000 to May 25th, 2001, the circle CPB logo with no byline was used. By the way, CPB stands for Corporation for Public Broadcasting. However, other shows like Season 1 of Clifford the Big Red Dog only used the square CPB logo. Alright, next up is the Season 2 episode's Christmas Who. The Season 2 episode Christmas Who with the PBS air date being December 15th, 2000. And this would be the last episode to use the still version of the Sesame Workshop Blue House and Green Roof logo with breathy synth chime tune. And the first episode to use the 2000 dot transformation variant of the Pbs Kids Ident. And the first episode of SpongeBob to use a 2000 transformation ident in general. And that's because the snow globe ident did not exist yet at the time, so that's why the dot transformation ident is used. Alright. Next up, we go into the Season 2 episodes Dying for Pie and Imitation Krabs, with the PBS air date being January 31st of 2001, which uses a 2000 Pbs Kids dot transformation ident. And it would also be the first episode to use the fully animated Sesame Workshop logo. The SpongeBob episodes from Seasons 2 to 6 use special sound effects in the logo, with SpongeBob screaming and Patrick laughing. Season 2 uses the fully animated logo with the blue house and green roof. That is also shown on Season 1 reruns of Dragon Tales beginning in 2001. Alright, next up is the Season 2 episodes Big Pink Loser and Bubble Buddy, with the PBS air date being February 9th of 2001, which would be the first episode to use the 2000 transformation variant of the Pbs Kids Ident. While Christmas Who and Dying for Pie and Imitation Krabs just used the dot transformation ident, Big Pink Loser and Bubble Buddy would use the dash transformation ident, and these would be the first episodes to use that ident on SpongeBob. Okay, now we go into the Season 2 episodes Your Shoes Untied and Squid's Day Off, with the PBS air date being February 23rd of 2001, which uses the 2000 Pbs Kids dot transformation ident. And then for the Season 2 episodes Wormy and Patty Hype, that would air on PBS February 28th of 2001 ident as well. And Your Shoes Untied and Squid's Day Off and Wormy and Patty Hype, they're also from Season 2. Then we go into the last Season 1 episode of SpongeBob SquarePants, which is Hooky and Merry Man Barnacle Boy 2, with the PBS air date being March 6th of 2001, which, believe it or not, is the exact same day Columbia TriStar Home Video released the final Dragon Tales VHS releases that contained the Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo. Those releases being Keep on Trying and Let's Play Together, respectively. And As for Hooky and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2, the Pbs Kids Ident that is shown on Hooky and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2 is, of course, the 2000 Pbs Kids Dash Transformation Ident. And this will be the last episode to be from Season 1 with the cell animation. The last episode to use the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo. The last episode with the Season 1 funding. And the only episode from Season 1 to have the Pbs Kids Dash Transformation Ident and a Transformation Ident in general. Yeah. Even though the Sesame Workshop logo would first be used on SpongeBob beginning in Season 2 in October 2000, the episodes Hooky and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2, which would air on PBS in 2001, would surprisingly have the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo instead of the Sesame Workshop logo, despite airing in 2001. Because it's a Season 1 episode and not a Season 2 episode, which explains why the CTW semicircle logo is used there. Alright, then we go into the Season 2 episodes, No Free Rides and I'm Your Biggest Fanatic, with the PBS air date being April 20th, 2001, and it would use the 2000 Pbs Kids Dot Transformation Ident. Then we go into the Season 2 episodes Grandma's Kisses and Squidville, with the PBS air date being May 4th of 2001, which would use the 2000 Pbs Kids Dot Transformation Ident as well. And there's a note. In the episode Squidville, Elmo's World is briefly shown, which is not in the Nickelodeon airings. The Elmo's World episode shown is the dancing episode. And then for the next one, we go into the Season 2 episodes Pre-Hibernation Week and Life of Crime, with the PBS air date being May 11th, 2001, and this uses the 2000 Pbs Kids Dot Transformation Ident as well. Then we go into the Season 2 episode Survival of the Idiots and Dumped, with the PBS air date being May 18th, 2001, which would use the 1999 Pbs Kids Dot Ident. But unlike Something Smells and Bossy Boots, which use the Dash audio playing over it, Survival of the Idiots and Dumped uses the correct Pbs Kids Dot Ident that is usually heard. Unlike Something Smells and Bossy Boots, which incorrectly use the Dash audio playing over the Dot version, Survival of the Idiots and Dumped uses the correct Dot audio used for the Dot logo that is usually heard with the Dot logo. So yeah, Survival of the Idiots and Dumped would use the Pbs Kids Dot Ident, but this time with the correct audio this time for Survival of the Idiots and Dumped. Okay, and there's a note for the episode. It says, in this episode, the audio from the Sesame Workshop logo is one pitch lower than usual. And then we go into the Season 2 episodes Pressure and the Smoking Peanut, with the PBS air date being May 25th of 2001. And this would use the 2000 Pbs Kids Dot Transformation Ident. And this would be the last episode to use the early Season 2 funding with the CPB Circle logo in the Ready to Learn funding plug. Alright, then we go into the Season 2 episodes The Secret Box and Band Geeks, with the PBS air date being September 7th, 2001, which would use the 2000 Pbs Kids Dot Transformation Ident. And it would also be the first episode to use the CPB Square logo in the funding plug. However, it does not have the byline. Season 1 of Clifford the Big Red Dog also does not have the byline either. This would be used from September 7th, 2001 to August 1st, 2003. And then for the Season 2 episodes, we have The next season 2 episode would be Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 3 and Squirrel Jokes, with the PBS air date being September 14th, 2001, which would use the 2000 PBS Kids Doc transformation ident. There's also an error in the Sesame Workshop logo in those episodes, which is after the house in the Sesame Workshop logo bounces, the audio from the 1997 Children's Television Workshop semicircle logo plays. And then next up, we go into the season 2 episode Sailor Mouth and Artist Unknown, with the PBS air date being September 21st of 2001, which would use the 2000 PBS Kids Doc transformation ident. And then the season 2 episodes Jellyfish Hunter and the Fry Cook Games would air on PBS September 28th of 2001, and that would use the 1999 PBS Kids Dash ident. And then we go into the season 2 episodes Sandy, SpongeBob and the Worm and Squid on Strike, which would air on PBS October 12th of 2001, which would use the 2000 PBS Kids Doc transformation ident. And then we go into the season 2 episodes Procrastination and I'm with Stupid, which would air on PBS on January 4th, 2002. And this would use the 2000 PBS Kids Dash transformation ident. This was the last episode to use the 1999 Chuck E. Cheese's Share the Fun and Grow ad. And note, in this episode, the audio in the Sesame Workshop logo is one pitch lower than usual, just like on Survival of the Idiots and Dumped. And one note I should have put there was the PBS airings of Procrastination and I'm with Stupid would cut out the nudity scenes. And then SpongeBob doing that workout is also cut. And the crash scenes are also. Alright. Now we're going to go into the season 3 episodes, Just One Bite and the Bully, with the PBS air date being January 21st of 2002. And those episodes would use the 2000 PBS Kids Doc transformation ident. This would be the first episode to premiere in the SpongeBob's Underwater Adventures Marathon. And this would also be the first to use the purple roof and green house in the Sesame Workshop logo. The first episode to use the 2002 Chuck E. Cheese's Laughing Kids ad, and which season 3 has the mascot in the logo. And the season 3 funding of SpongeBob SquarePants is a lot like the season 2 funding of Clifford the Big Red Dog and the Clifford's Puppy Days funding, because it has the red words Ready to Learn Television Cooperative Agreement and has the Public Broadcasting Service announcement with Dot's circular PBS Kids logo. This time, the CPB Square logo has a byline reading a private corporation funded by the American people. The SpongeBob music in the funding remains the same, and beginning in season 3, Squidward announces the funding. The edited version of Just One Bite is used on PBS airings, which basically is the version that removes the explosion scenes and the gasoline scenes as well. So the gasoline scenes and the explosion are removed in the PBS airings when it would first air on PBS on January 21st of 2002, which is also the same day Cyber Chase premiered. And those episodes would come after Cyber Chase wraps up airing. After Cyber Chase finishes airing, the SpongeBob's Underwater Adventures Marathon would begin. Alright, then we go into the season 3 episodes Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 4 and Doing Time, the PBS air date also being January 21st of 2002. This and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 4 and Doing Time would be the second episode to premiere in the SpongeBob's Underwater Adventures Marathon. And Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 4 and Doing Time would be the first episode with a 2002 PBS Kids ident, and this uses the 2002 Fishbowl Ident, which of course has Dash, the boy, looking inside a goldfish in a fishbowl, looking at a goldfish in a fishbowl, and then coming close to the fishbowl and imagining himself as an orange goldfish, and then he gets eaten by Dot as a green fish, and then the circular PBS Kids logo with Dot on it appears, with bubbles floating upward. And as for the Dash transformation and Dot transformation idents, I meant to tell you those for Season 2. The Dash transformation ident is basically Dash starts transforming into a caveman and then turns into a scuba diver and then into a robot. Then he grabs the letters PBS and then the circular PBS Kids logo is shown with bubbles wobbling and shaking on a pale spring bud background. That's what the Dash transformation ident is. As for the Dot transformation ident, it's pretty much the same, except it has Dot transforming into a tiger, then an octopus, then an astronaut. And then she floats up and says, "Doink!" And then the PBS Kids logo with Dot in it appears in a starry night background. Alright, then we go into the Season 2 episodes, Welcome to the Chump Bucket and Frankendoodle, with the PBS air date also being January 21st of 2002, and this would also use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl Ident. And this would be the last episode to premiere in the SpongeBob's Underwater Adventures Marathon. And it would be the only Season 2 episode to use the 2002 Chuck E. Cheese's Laughing Kids ad. But this episode does not have the mascot, unlike Season 3 episodes, which do have the mascot in it. Then we go into the Season 3 episode Snowball Effect and One Krabs Trash. And by the way, the PBS Kids Fishbowl Idents would fade in and out, and it would say pbskids.org on the bottom left of the screen, just like on Season 7 and 8 of Arthur, along with Arthur, It's Only Rock and Roll. And then for next up, we go into the Season 3 episode Snowball Effect and One Krabs Trash, with the PBS air date being February 20th, 2002. And this would use the 2002 PBS Kids Snow Globe Ident, which has Dash, the boy, ice skating in an ice rink. He feels the ground shake, and then he stops skating. And then, of course, the camera zooms out to reveal that Dot, the girl, is actually holding the snow globe, and she has completely different colored skin instead of the lime green skin. Instead of the lime green skin that Dot has usually in the snow globe ident, Dot has bluish gray skin this time. And then Dot giggles, "Doink!" And then the PBS Kids logo with Dot on it appears, with snowflakes coming down throughout it. And just like the Fishbowl ident, the Snow Globe ident would also fade in and out and say pbskids.org, just like on Season 7 and 8 of Arthur. Alright. Next up, we go into the Season 3 episodes Nasty Patty and Idiot Fox, with the PBS air date being March 1st of 2002. And Nasty Patty and Idiot Fox would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident. And here's a note. In the episode Idiot Fox, Elmo's World is shown on Squidward's TV, which is not on the Nickelodeon airings. The Elmo's World episode shown in this episode is the beginning of the food episode, with the Season 1 theme song and opening sequence, which, by the way, the Season 1 theme of Elmo's World is the one that has Elmo walking past his closet door and his goldfish Dorothy, and then he walks over to the shade, and he draws a curtain in the shade and then pulls the curtain down. And it's not the one that has, in the season 1 intro, does not have the TV appearing. Unlike the seasons 2 to 5 intro and the late season 5 through 10 intro, which does have the TV in it, the season 1 intro does not. And it would also include the Guess What Elmo Thinking About Today segment with Cookie Monster's cameo appearance on the PBS airings of Idiot Fox as well. Alright. Next up, we go into the season 3 episodes as seen on TV and Can You Spare a Dime, with the PBS air date being March 8th of 2002, and it would use the 2000 PBS Kids Dot Transformation Ident. But there is an error in this episode. The 2000 PBS Kids Dot Transformation Ident would use the 1999 Dash Idents audio in the episodes as seen on TV and Can You Spare a Dime. And then we go into the season 3 episodes, No Weenies Allowed and Squilliam Returns, with the PBS air date being March 15th, 2002. And this would also use the 2000 PBS Kids Dot Transformation Ident. And there's another error in the Dot Transformation Ident in this episode. And that is that the 2000 PBS Kids Dot Transformation Ident uses the 2002 Fishbowl Idents audio on the episodes No Weenies Allowed and Squilliam Returns. Just like when the Clifford the Big Red Dog episodes A Big Help in the Trouble with Kittens used the Snow Globe Idents audio playing over it. Alright. Next, we go into the season 3 episodes, Crabborg and Rockabye Bivalve, with the PBS air date being March 29th, 2002. And it would use the 2000 PBS Kids Dash Transformation Ident this time. And then for season 3, the next season 3 episode would be Wet Painters and Krusty Krab Training Video, with the PBS air date being May 10th of 2002. And it would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl Ident. And then next up for season 3 is SpongeBob's House Party, also known as Party Pooper Pants, with the PBS air date being May 17th of 2002, and it would use the 1999 PBS Kids Dot Ident. And then we go into the season 3 episodes Chocolate with Nuts and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 5, with the PBS air date being June 1st, 2002. Which would be the only episode of SpongeBob to premiere on PBS on a Saturday, which would be quite rare. And Chocolate with Nuts and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 5 would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl Ident. And then for next up will be the season 3 episodes Club SpongeBob and My Pretty Seahorse, with the PBS air date being July 26, 2002, and it would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl Ident, and this would be the last episode in airing order to use the 2002 Chuck E. Cheese's Laughing Kids ad. And then, next up, we go into the season air date being September 20th, 2002, and it would use the 2002 Pbs Kids Fishbowl ident, and it would be the first episode to use the 2002 Chuck E. Cheese's Exercises ad, and obviously it does not contain the URL, just like on DVD releases of Arthur that have it. And on Season 7 episodes of Arthur as well. Next up, we go into the Season 3 episodes Graveyard Shift and Krusty Love, with the PBS air date being October 18th, 2002, and it would use the 2002 PBS Kids Snow Globe ident. Then we go into the Season 3 episodes The Great Snail Race and Midlife Crustacean, with the PBS air date being January 24th, 2003, and it would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident. Even though the plot is called The Great Race, it does not use the dot ident for some reason. Then we go into the Season 3 episode with the Lost episode, also known as The Sponge Who Could Fly, with the PBS air date being March 21st, 2003, and that episode would use the 1999 PBS Kids dot ident. And then we go into the last Season 2 episode to air, and that is Shanghaied and Gary Takes a Bath, with the PBS air date being August 1st, 2003, and that would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident. And the last episode to use the blue house and green roof and the Sesame Workshop logo, and the last one to use the Season 2 funding, and the last episode to use no website information in the Chuck E. Cheese's Exercises ad. And here's a note. The Patchy the Pirate voting scenes and all 3 endings are kept intact on PBS airings of this episode. Then we go into the Season 3 episodes Born Again Krabs and I Had an Accident, with the PBS air date being October 10th, 2003, and it would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident, and it would also be the first episode to use website information in the 2002 Chuck E. Cheese's Exercises ad, which I believe is shown in Season 8 of Arthur. Then we go into the Season 3 episodes Missing Identity and Plankton's Army. So, Born Again Krabs would use the 2, and I Had an Accident would use the 2002 PBS Kids Fishbowl ident. Anyway, Season 3, Missing Identity and Plankton's Army. The PBS air date for this one would be January 19th, 2004, and it would use 1999 PBS Kids Dash ident. Then we go into the next episode, which is the Season 3 episode SpongeBob BC Before Comedy, aka UGG, with the PBS air date being March 5th of 2004, and it would use the 2000 PBS Kids Dash transformation ident. And the staring contest scene is cut in PBS airings of this episode. Then we go into the Season 3 episodes Krabby Land and the camping episode, with the PBS air date being April 9th, 2004, which would use the 2000 PBS Kids dot transformation ident. And this will be the last episode to use the 2002 Chuck E. Cheese's Exercises ad, which of course would also be the last episode to feature the Cool Chuck mascot in addition. Then we go into the Season 3 episode SpongeBob Meets the Strangler and Pranks a Lot, with the PBS air date being October 11th, 2004, which was also the same day PBS Kids Go has launched. However, it wouldn't be until Season 4 where SpongeBob becomes part of the PBS Kids Go block. And this episode is from Season 3, so SpongeBob Meets the Strangler and Pranks a Lot, despite airing on October 11th, 2004, the same day the Go block launched, SpongeBob Meets the Strangler and Pranks a Lot would still contain the 2002, it would still contain a PBS Kids logo, despite airing on October 11th, 2004, because it wouldn't be until season 4 in 2005 where it starts going into the Go block. So, SpongeBob Meets the Strangler and Pranks-A-Lot would use the 2002 Pbs Kids Fishbowl ident. And it would also be the last episode to use the 1999 to 2008 Pbs Kids ident and the purple roof and green house in the Sesame Workshop logo. But it is also the first episode to use the 2004 Chuck E. Cheese's advertisement. And what makes this episode extremely rare is that it is the only time you get to see a combo of the season 3 funding with the Chuck E. Cheese's advertisement from 2004 and the Pbs Kids ident instead of a Pbs Kids Go ident. All right, next up we go into season 4, which the first one would be Fear of a Krabby Patty and Shell of a Man, with the PBS air date being May 6th of 2005. And this would be the first episode to be part of the Pbs Kids Go block and to use the red roof and purple house in the Sesame Workshop logo. And those episodes would use the 2004 Pbs Kids Go Echo ident. And here's a note. The season 4 funding is basically the second Pbs Kids Go funding plug for Maya and Miguel, except with pictures of Maya and Miguel being replaced by pictures of SpongeBob and Patrick. The music is the same as the funding for the first 3 seasons. The season 4 funding would also continue to be used in season 5, season 6, season 7, and season 8, being used for 8 years. Alright, next up we go into the season 4 episodes, The Lost Mattress and Krabs vs. Plankton, with the PBS air date being May 13th, 2005. And this would use the 2004 Pbs Kids Go Echo ident as well. Then we go into the season 4 episodes, Skill Crane and Good Neighbors, with the PBS air date being May 20th, 2005. And this would use the 2004 Pbs Kids Go Button ident. Then we go into the season 4 episodes, Selling Out and Funny Pants, with the PBS air date being October 21st of 2005, which would use the 2004 Pbs Kids Go Echo ident. Then the season 4 episodes, Enemy in Law and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 6, the motion picture, with the PBS air date being October 28th, 2005. And this would use the 2004 Pbs Kids Go Echo ident as well. Then we go into the season 4 episodes, Patrick Smart Pants and SquidBob Tentacle Pants, with the PBS air date being December 30th, 2005. And this would use the 2004 Pbs Kids Go Echo ident as well. Those were all the season 4 episodes airing on PBS in 2005. Now we're going to go into the ones from 2006, which the next 5 episodes would premiere on PBS in the SpongeBob, SquarePants, Pbs Kids Go Super SpongeBob event from August 14th of 2006. Which, yeah. Then we go, alright. So the first one in the Super SpongeBob event would be Dunces and Dragons, with the PBS air date being August 14th of 2006, and it would use the 2004 Pbs Kids Go Echo ident. And this would be the first episode to premiere in the Pbs Kids Go Super SpongeBob event on PBS, which began airing immediately after the Sesame Street Season 37 premiere with Abby Cadabby wrapped up. Then we go into the Season 4 episodes, Krusty Towers and Mrs. Puff, You're Fired, which would also air on PBS August 14th of 2006. This would use the 2004 Pbs Kids Go Echo ident as well. And this would be the second episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go Super SpongeBob event. And then the third one to premiere in the PBS Kids Go Super SpongeBob event is Ghost Host and Chimps Ahoy, with the air date being August 14th, 2006. This would use the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo Ident as well. And then the fourth episode to premiere in the PBS Kids Go Super SpongeBob event would be Whale of a Birthday and Karate Island, which would be from August 14th, 2006 as well. And it would use the PBS Kids Go Echo Ident as well. And then the fifth and final episode to air in the PBS Kids Go Super SpongeBob Marathon would be All That Glitters and Wishing You Well, with the PBS air date also being August 14th, 2006. This would also use the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo Ident. Alright, next up, we go into the Season 4 episodes New Leaf and Once Bitten, with the PBS air date being September 22nd of 2006. And it would also use the 2004 PBS Kids Go Echo Ident. Wait a minute. Here. Hold on 1 second, folks. I'm going to go check again. If I've forgotten something,